Good evening. Notice of a public meeting of the City Commission of the City of Brownsville pursuant to Chapter 551, Title 5 of the Texas Government Code, the Texas Open Meetings Act. Notice is hereby given that the City Commission of the City of Brownsville, Texas, in accordance with Article 5, Section 12 of the Charter of said city, will convene an executive session and a regular meeting on Tuesday, November 13, 2018, at 5:45 p.m. and at 6 p.m. in the Commission Chambers on the second floor of Brownsville City Hall, Old Federal Building, located at 1001 East Elizabeth Street, Brownsville, Cameron County, Texas. We will begin with executive sessions. Executive Session A, attorney consultation pursuant to Section 551.0712, Texas Government Code, to provide legal advice and counsel on a matter in which the duty of the attorney to the governmental body under the Texas Disciplinary Rules of Professional Conduct of the State Bar of Texas clearly conflicts with this chapter.
Mayor, move we go into executive session.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Let's pray. Father God, we thank you once again for our nation. And Lord, after this election season, we ask you to bring us together in unity. Help each of us to remember the things we have in common, and again, unify us. Lead and guide those that did not win. Lord, give them their next step in life, their next direction. Lead and guide those who did win, Lord God, and give them your desires for our nation, that we can all be blessed. Lead and guide our mayor, city commissioners, and every presenter here in this meeting tonight. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Next, we have the mayor's activity update.
Just simply to tell you all that this is our last meeting for November, and so I'm sure on behalf of the commission and on behalf of everyone of the city, we wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. Have a safe holiday. Enjoy one another, have a lot of fun, and don't eat too much. That's all.
Commissioner's activity update.
Happy Thanksgiving once again to all our employees, to all you and your families, and of course to the citizens. May you all be blessed during this holiday season, and we look forward to the upcoming month and all the activities that we have coming up in December. November 30th, we do have Ciclovia, and I know you're probably going to talk about Ciclovia, but
No, it's okay.
no, well, I'm just saying we're going to be participating with the lighting of Market Square, and we're going to have music. I'm going to be involved also. I'm bringing the music, but we're inviting vendors. If any vendors want to come, I'll be posting that information on social media so that vendors can come and be a part of it. All we're asking for is a $15 door prize, and so that they can be present, and so we can have hopefully a bigger turnout and bring out more support to the Ciclovias. So thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving from my family to all of yours. Enjoy the great food. I know I'm looking forward to my turkey. And remember to get some physical activity after and before you eat that turkey. Make some memories in one of our parks, one of our trails. Enjoy the outdoors as much as you enjoy your turkey. And don't forget to come to Ciclovia. The event is going to be another wonderful event that's free, as always, and filled with activity and fun and smiles. So Market Square, November 30th, be there.
We're going to light it up.
That's right.
What time?
Connie, what time? 6:30 to 9:30.
As well as my other colleagues here, I would like to thank God for allowing us to be here and wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody enjoys their family and friends, because I know I will. So with that being said, we'll see you in December.
I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving as well, and also a big thanks to all our veterans that just had Veterans Day.
Thank you all for
Very
that.
good point.
Good, good, good. Okay, city manager's report.
City,
I've got 3 items.
It's supposed to be a short agenda, sir.
Trying to make it short.
Okay.
Well, we encourage all candidates on the, that were on the November 6, 2018 election to collect and remove all political signs. As per our city ordinance, all political signs must be removed within 10 days after the election, and residents can call 546-HELP or 546-4357 to report any signage. City offices will be closed next Thursday and Friday, November 22nd and 23rd, in observance of Thanksgiving holiday. The emergency, police, fire, rescue services may be reached at 911. I also have another item to discuss, and that's my retirement that's coming up. I've been with the city since January 3rd of 1978. It's almost 41 years. I started with some good times and bad times. During that period, in 1979, some of you don't recall 1979 because you probably were not even born then. We had the oil crisis. That's when the Shah of Iran was replaced by the Ayatollah, and Iran went ahead and. By the way, let me go back. I need to look at my PowerPoints because I'm jumping ahead. I've served under several mayors, 9 mayors to be exact, city managers, 11. I was offered the job of finance director by Mr. James Baugh. That was way back in 1978. When Jimmy Carter was president, the city's population was 80,000. Then the Shah of Iran was overthrown. I bring this up because it affects the city. The Shah of Iran was overthrown during the 1979 Iranian Revolution, and they had a monarchy government, was replaced by the Ayatollah Khomeini, a cleric, and the Iranians at that time voted in referendum to become an Islamic republic. The oil shock of 1979 was created when Iran reduced its oil output, which resulted in oil shortages worldwide, which led to oil price increases from OPEC. Because of this oil shortage, Brownsville, like most cities, experienced long lines at the gasoline pumps. Some of us actually went into Matamoros because Matamoros had gas, and we didn't. There were long lines. It didn't last that long, but I recall those periods. During this time, Mexico, of course, was an oil-producing nation, benefited from the oil price increase. It began to earn large revenues from the oil exports. Mexico had strong years economically from 79 through 1982 because of the oil exports. And they also had, the peso was overvalued at that time. They, of course, Mexico experienced rates of high inflation, more than the U.S., but they maintained a fixed rate. As a result, Mexican peso enjoyed a period of extensive buying power in the U.S. market. During this time, Brownsville was experiencing, I'm talking about 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, we were experiencing very large sales tax increase because Mexico was doing well. Mexican nationals crossed the border, and they were buying quite a bit of our sales, receipts, sales. There was also the maquiladora industry. At one time, the maquiladora, I recall when we would visit the rating agency, one of the things that we always talked about was that the maquila industry in Matamoros was very strong. Actually, Matamoros had more maquiladoras than Reynosa at that time. So they were doing very good. So they created employment for the Mexican side, Mexican nationals, and they would come across and buy from us. But what happens with Mexico? Mexico has all these revenues, so they want to expand, so they start borrowing. Their debt went from 20 to 50 billion during this period. Then worldwide, there was we had conservation measures by many countries, so there was a decline in demand for oil. So that demand reduced the cost of oil. As a result, Mexico, they had borrowed so much that then they defaulted on their debt. And during this period, as some of you will recall, I do recall this time when the peso was very high, and it was devalued around 3 times during that period, about 250%. Just imagine what it did to the Mexican citizens in Mexico. I recall from my neighbor, he was a retired neighbor, and across the fence, I remember in the backyard, he tells me, "Pete, sell your house. I just sold my house to some individuals from Matamoros, and they gave me a good price." Because of the money that the Mexican nationals had, they were able to buy properties, not only here, but across the valley. And I decided I'm going to stay put. I'm going to stay. I'm not going. Anyway, he did so, and he moved to Pearl. They were already retired citizens, and they decided to be with their families. But at that time, again, the Mexico was doing real well. So what happens when Mexico devalues its peso? We suffered greatly. Our sales tax decreased quite a bit. I recall that from one year to the next, our sales tax, when they were growing double digits, they decreased 35% from one year to the next. So those were hard times for us during that period. It took us 7 years to recover. Also, a lot of things were happening I'm going to go into the 80s. There are a lot of things happening in the 80s. In 82, that's when the Appraisal District was formed. They had issues. They had just created the Appraisal District, and they were going to appraise the properties for each county. In this case was Cameron County. Even though it's not under Cameron County, it's called the Appraisal District. They went ahead and appraised the values, because at that time, every taxing entity was doing their own appraiser, and they were doing their own collections. And people were dissatisfied because one taxing entity had their values valued at one value and the other one another one. So they decided to just one appraiser. But it took the first year, the tax roll was 9 months late. So here we are, we have sales tax are down, we're not collecting the property taxes in time. It was 9 months late. We ran out of cash, go to the bank, we borrow money just for operations during that period. And then in 1983, the following year, the first year was 9 months late, the following was 3 months late. Finally, they were able to catch up, and there was a lot of adjustments made in 83, 84, and 85. Another issue that we incurred in the 80s was revenue sharing. Revenue sharing was an entitlement that was created in 1972. Ronald Reagan decides during his administration to eliminate it. So we lost about 2.1 million in revenue sharing, in monies that we would normally be getting. So we had the Peso Devaluation, sales tax going down, the Appraisal District not delivering the tax rolls in time, revenue sharing hitting us by $2 million. So here we are, 7 years to recover. We were tightening our belts. We were not giving any raises. We had cooperations from the unions at that time. They helped us. Again, those were hard times. July 88. Some of you may recall the Tienda Amigo disaster. We had 14 killed, 47 injured. At that time, we had Nacho Garza as our mayor. I don't know if you remember Nightline. Ted Koppel had just started Nightline. When we went national, we had national news. He was in, I recall Nacho did a fantastic job during that show. In 90, we move forward. In 91, the city of Brownsville was placed on a credit watch. Our fund balance was very, below $100,000. I mean, we were not doing well in 91. Going back, we also had some issues in the late 80s. We had some indictments by several public officials, employees of the city. All of this was unsubstantiated. It was not substantiated. It was not. They did not have sufficient evidence, and a lot of all these cases were kicked out except one, and that was the mayor. But at the end, he was acquitted. And moving now, we go forward now to 2008. We had the mortgage financial crisis. The President Obama gave us $14 million in stimulus funds during that period, so that helped us. Again, this is another area that we and these are the things that we bought using that $14 million. Fund balances, if you look at that schedule in 1991, our fund balance was $56,878, very, very low. So what happens after that? We went to the rating agencies and we made a commitment. We told them we will increase our fund balance. In so doing, our rating with Moody's was a Baa1. That's a B rating. Slowly throughout the years, we went to, and Standard & Poor's, they have different ratings. Standard & Poor's is the triple B plus. We went from an A minus, an A plus, a double A minus, and a double A. That's what we have right now. So we've done real well since that period. We had hurricanes, of course. The main one was Hurricane Dolly to 2008. We ended up paying almost $1 million from the general fund. And again, our credit ratings are good. So that concludes my presentation. I enjoyed very much working for the city. All these 40 plus years. I'm going to miss coming to work, but I'm also going to enjoy my retirement, and I do plan to travel, Dr. Gower.
Attaboy.
So, thank you.
Mayor, if I may.
Sure.
Thank you.
I'll follow you after
Thank
that.
you. Pedro, thank you, hermano, for all this time that we've been together, for our trips together,
Oh, yeah.
to Washington, to Mexico, around the valley, everywhere that we've gone. Thank you for your friendship. Congratulations to you and to Hilda. May you enjoy the rest of your days, your retirement. May you be happy. You've given us so much. You're one of the first people that took me under his wing when I first came here. And you showed me what finances were all about here at the city and how to be an effective city commissioner. And that would not have been possible if you had not taken me under your wing, and you would have helped me. So the person that I am today, because of the work that I do here, and when it comes to our fiscal responsibility, is all due to you and your expertise. So thank you for always being that person that held the line and kept us in line. Thank you, Armando.
Thank you for your words.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Pete, thank you for the walk through history. I think probably you and I are the only ones of the same age, and we can call it history. For us, it was news at the time that it happened. I can remember all of it quite vividly, but from the bottom of my heart, you know, I've been here a little bit over 7 years, and I've watched you operate, and I tell you, in watching that walk through history is what I think every citizen of Brownsville has to be eternally grateful to you, and remember at all times that the things that we have today are because of people like you. You have guided us through the tough times. You have guided us through the better times. But at all times, we wouldn't be where we are today but for the fact that we stand on the shoulders of people like you. So I'm going to ask you just one favor, and that is I would wish that you would get together with the camera guys or at the library and give us just a brief history. Tell us a little bit about it, because what happens is, you know, one of the things, I was with Michael Lemus today, and one of the things these young leaders that they will be coming up right behind us and are probably right in front of us is that we can't forget where we came from. We can't forget our history. we can't forget the guys that helped us through the times that we needed to get through. So for that, my eternal gratitude, and I think I speak for the entire community of Brownsville. Thank you so much.
So
Whoa.
I want to say thank you for so many different reasons than what was already said, although I agree with all of that. I came here 10 years ago as absolutely not a politician. I'm not sure I am still yet a politician, but you have taught me so much, and I want to thank you for having faith in me to try some new things and consider new possibilities and new projects that many of our team worked together for. And you gave us a little bit of leeway, and we repaid that with some spectacular things and brought in funding of our own that I always love sharing with you. And I just want to thank you very much for having faith in someone who was an unknown. And together, you and the City of Brownsville have shown.
Thank you, Dr. Gomez.
Pete, I wish I could say what these three gentlemen here and Dr. Gowan as well about working with you for a while. I've only been here for a little over a year and a half, and I've always loved our conversations that we've had before the meeting. And I could tell that whatever they said comes from their heart, and I can relate to that, even though I've only known you for a little over a year. But it's sad that I won't be able to have as many memories as the rest of my colleagues here. But you're not saying goodbye, it's only a farewell, and I'm pretty sure you'll be a phone call away from us. So with that, thank you for everything you've shared with me, and wish you the best. Enjoy your retirement, and please don't be a stranger.
Thank you.
Pete and I go back at least 32 years. And he's an amazing man, and I always admired him. And from the judge's standpoint, I appreciated him because the city management always looks toward the municipal court as a source of revenue. And Pete never, ever tried to oppress the citizens of our community by demanding or requiring or requesting more revenues from municipal court. He let it go the way it was supposed to do, and I admire you for that. And a lot of people may not know it, that Pete is one of the driving forces behind our cultural events in our city, and he has been always there finding money to support the arts in Brownsville. And I appreciate you a lot for that, and I will definitely miss you. I wish you the best.
And I will miss all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pete. Okay, item number 4.
Next, we have consent agenda items, items A through G.
Move to approve.
Second?
All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Next, we have the public hearings. Public hearing number 5, public hearing in action on first reading on ordinance number 2018-983-DD, amending the Code of Ordinances, Chapter 102, Utilities, by adding the new Article 9, Cross-Connection Control and Backflow Prevention Program, Sections 102 through 700 through from 102 to 720.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and members of the Commission. My name is Albert Gomez, and I'm the Director of Environmental Services with the Brownsville Public Utilities Board. And I also have a staff member here with me, so I'll just let him introduce himself.
Good evening. My name is Vicente Guerrero. I'm the Pretreatment and Cross-Connection Control Manager here at PUB.
So we're here to present the Cross-Connection Control Ordinance. The Cross-Connection Control Ordinance and Backflow Protection is required by the Title 30 Texas Administrative Code, Chapter 290, prohibits public water systems from connecting to actual or potential contamination hazards. The Brownsville Public Utilities Board, in conjunction with the City of Brownsville and the Planning and Development Services Department, has developed the ordinance number 2018-983-DD, Cross-Connection Control and Backflow Protection. What's being implemented? The city will adopt requirements for the protection of the public drinking water. Cross connections will require backflow protection. Provides backflow assembly, installation, testing, and maintenance requirements. New and existing connections will require customer service inspection. It provides enforcement options and provides the Brownsville Public Utilities Board the authorization to adopt fees to recover its costs. The importance of the cross-connection control ordinance. It ensures safe drinking water for our public citizens and compliance with federal and state laws. Reduces public health risk by regulating plumbing cross-connections and complements the recently adopted landscape irrigation ordinance. So may I entertain any questions on our?
Yeah, this is a public hearing. Does anyone here on this issue have any questions? I've been through this once already.
Yes.
So if not, I'll entertain a motion to close.
Close public hearing.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
To approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you so
gentlemen.
much.
Thank you
Appreciate
very
it.
much.
Next, we have the public comment period. We did have one person sign up. Her name is Bianca Otero. If you would please come up.
Santa Claus is coming early,
Santa
right?
Claus is coming to town. Hi, good evening. My name is Bianca Otero Rodriguez. I am our public relations representative with UTRGV. Mayor and City Commission, thank you for having us over today. We would like to go ahead and I would like to introduce my student worker, UTRGV Street Teamer.
Hello, my name is Viviana Garza. I'm a junior at UTRGV and I'm majoring in mass communications with a concentration in public relations and a minor in Spanish translation.
Good for you.
Awesome. So we're here today. We would like to invite you all over to our UTRGV Subculture event that will be happening November the 17th, which is this Saturday, from 2 to 6 here in downtown Brownsville in Market Square. And we would love for you all to join us. And we're going to be highlighting our UTRGV students in the arts, in basically in music, in all the arts. This is a free community event, so we invite everybody to come and join us. We're going to be giving out 200 free T-shirts to the first. We're going to be offering 5 workshops: printmaking, virtual reality, just to teach the city and everybody around us how to print make, coding, robotics. This year it's going to be called The Future Is Now. So very futuristic. And we would love for you all to join us if you all can. That would be wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes, and we have a couple of flyers, if you all wouldn't mind having. And if we can get a quick picture, that would be even wonderful, if that's
guys.
okay with you all.
I think let's all step down
Okay,
here.
great.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then with ours too. Pues, yeah.
I encourage everybody to join them this Saturday. It should be a lot of fun, and I think this is what Brownsville is coming to. The future is now. So thank you all so much. Good luck to you all, and good luck on your studies and all your endeavors.
Next, we have items for individual consideration. Action item number 7, consideration and action to reappoint 3 members and appoint 2 members to the Brownsville Metro Transit Advisory Committee.
Good evening, Mayor and City Commissioners. R.J. Garza for the record. I did want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Gonzalez before I get into the item, if I can. I haven't been here that long. I've been here maybe 2.5 years. But in the short time that I've been here, I can see that you have a man here that was very dedicated, not only for the city and the citizens throughout the city, but also for the transit system. And with that in mind, on behalf of myself, Ms. Norma Zamora, all the B Metro staff, all the drivers, we tip our bus driver hat to you, Mr. Gonzalez. We want to thank you for your dedication, your support, your understanding of the business, and you know, it's been a pleasure working for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Transit Advisory Committee consists of seven members, as per the current bylaws. 1 member recently left due to relocating, getting another job, having to move. I'd like to thank Mr. Jerry Briones for serving as a member during that time. Another member that's been with us quite a while didn't submit his application. I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Julian Lopez for serving 6 terms, which that is 12 years.
For a long time.
And also serving as chair. Yes, and he may come back, who knows? Hopefully he will return.
He needs to enjoy his retirement, but he's a great man.
Yes, he is. Well, we welcome them back if they can resubmit. Brownsville Metro recommends your approval to reappoint 3 applicants, Mr. Jacob Gutierrez, Ms. Sylvia Berry, and Ms. Sandra Gomez, and to approve 2 new applicants, Mr. Francisco Salazar and Ms. Hope Pham, to serve on the Brownsville Transit Advisory Committee.
Mayor, I move to appoint slate.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Great slate, by the way.
Thank you.
Next,
Happy Thanksgiving.
Next, we have action item number 8, consideration and action to approve the 2019 City Commission meeting schedule. As you all can see, Mayor and Commissioners, this is the new schedule for 2019. As per city charter, we do have to hold 2 meetings per month, which are on this schedule. The only ones that we're having back-to-back would be the November and the December meetings, the first 2 Tuesdays of the month.
Would you approve?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 9.
Action item number 9, consideration action on resolution number 2018-055 in support of strengthening the Texas Trauma Network and the creation of a Level 1 trauma facility in the Rio Grande Valley.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. I do have a resolution that we're requesting the city support to support the Trauma Regional Advisory Committee Board of Directors to help bring funding to help strengthen our trauma system here in the Rio Grande Valley. So you want me to read the resolution?
I don't have it.
Okay, I guess I'll read the resolution here that we request support. It says resolution in support of strengthening the Texas Trauma Network, whereas the Trauma Network in the state of Texas is comprised of 22 regions and includes 18 Level 1 comprehensive trauma facilities, 21 Level 2 major trauma facilities, and 56 Level 3 advanced trauma facilities, and 193 Level 4 basic trauma facilities. Whereas Region 5 encompasses the Rio Grande Valley counties of Hidalgo, Cameron, Starr, and Willacy, and have a combined population of over 1.5 million residents, and continues to be one of the fastest growing areas in the state of Texas. Whereas the Rio Grande Valley is situated along the Texas Gulf Coast and is therefore at risk of experiencing widespread and catastrophic flooding and damage, which may pose significant threats to life and property due to tropical storms, hurricane, and other inclement weather events. Whereas approximately 40 Texans die every day due to traumatic injuries, and for every Texan that dies from a traumatic injury, at least 6 are injured. Whereas studies show that access to the appropriate level of medical care during the first 60 minutes of trauma incident, which is known as the golden hour, is critical to saving lives and the American College of Surgeons recommends that each geographic region include a level 1 or level 2 trauma facility at its center and within a 30-minute transport time, and have a level 1 trauma facility per 1 million residents. Whereas approximately 25% of Texans live in a county not accessible to a level 1 trauma facility, and the nearest level 1 comprehensive trauma facility to Region 5 of the Texas Trauma Network is located over 240 miles away. Now therefore be resolved that no Texan should ever go without timely access to the highest level of care when they need it. The Track 5 Board of Directors hereby supports legislative efforts to make funding available to strengthen the Texas Trauma Network and ensuring the residents of the Rio Grande Valley have timely access to the highest level of care when facing a severe traumatic incident.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shelley.
Action item number 10, consideration and action to award a contract for the architectural services for Gignac Architects of McAllen for the BCRC Senior Center Texas Parks and Wildlife Department Grant Number 51000073 as per the City of Brownsville Master Architectural Agreement in the amount of $37,807.50.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and City Commission. We were back here, I think, in August, and our former architect pulled out, so we're back here to award the contract to Gignac just for the design of it, so we can move forward with this grant. Seeking your approval.
Move to approve?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a very happy Thanksgiving to all of
Happy
you, and thank you
Thanksgiving
for
to
all
you.
that you do.
I have a motion to adjourn by,
Second.
all right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion
Happy
carries.
holidays.